And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes an up-to-the-minute report of local and world news. Now for today's feature story. From South America, spotlighted tonight, the dramatic story of an almost unbelievable feat performed by an American car as it raced across the toughest transcontinental route of them all, the primitive roads and trails from Buenos Aires, Argentina to Valparaiso, Chile. And in between, the Andes Mountains, the rooftop of South America with just one way through, a twisting, winding, treacherous roller coaster route that cuts into the clouds 2½ miles high. The car, a 1958 Chevrolet. And behind the wheel of the car that shattered the transcontinental round-trip record across South America was one of America's best-known test drivers, Miss Betty Skelton. Welcome home, Betty.
I'm glad to be home.
I don't blame you a bit, especially after those 41 hours across South America. Let's sit down here and hear all about it.
All right.
First of all, Betty, why did you go to South America to test the Chevrolet?
Well, because Chevrolet was looking for the toughest, the most unpredictable proving ground that we could find.
And that's where you found it, in South America.
That's right. The route over the Andes has every hazard and can give a car every punishment in the book. In fact, it's so rugged that the Automobile Club of Argentina that sanctioned and supervised the trip said we'd never make it.
You know, Betty, I think that brings up an interesting point. Why, in testing automobiles, are they put through punishment they would seldom get in, let's say, normal, everyday driving?
Oh, I think for the same reason that a bridge is built 2 or 3 times as strong as it needs to be, just to be sure. In the Andes, the car and the driver meet the unexpected, the unlooked-for test. You see, there are dangers built right into the road itself, and they are unknown and unexpected.
Betty, let's show our television audience some of the film taken as a record of your trip. Let them see for themselves what you mean by these unexpected hazards, the sort of unexpected tests that you and nature gave your Chevrolet. As far as the dock workers were concerned, this was another Chevrolet destined for one of the Chevrolet dealerships in Buenos Aires. In a way, they were right, because this car is standard throughout, the same as the Chevrolet you buy. The Automobile Club of Argentina saw to that. No special chassis or body reinforcement, no special carburetors, no souped-up engine. The inspection was thorough, exacting, exhausting. And while these officials were making their examination, the crew was briefed on the trip that lay ahead. The round trip would cover almost 2,000 miles of rough road, a road that slashes through the blazing heat of the desert, then rises to a dizzying 13,000 feet in the icy, rarefied air of the deadly Andes. And it's open only several weeks each year. Here is a natural proving ground, one that man could not duplicate. Untested, filled with unseen hazards, the ultimate test to driver and car alike. Final preparations were made under the watchful eye of the Automobile Club of Argentina. Once the run was underway, it was clear that nothing, not a drop of oil, not a drop of water could be added. Nothing under the hood could be touched or adjusted. To make sure, when the hood slammed shut, it was sealed shut. It couldn't be opened. A group of local well-wishers were on hand to see automotive history in the making. Chevrolet and its crew off on the run that couldn't be made. Betty Skelton turned the key, starting the turbo-thrust V8 engine, which would run without let-up or pause for almost 2 days. The starting signal was given, and the Chevrolet moved out into the black of night on the first leg of the record-shattering trip.